What's one thing you see the rich do that the poor don't? One might say golfing, riding a helicopter to work, traveling. Well, obviously. But one thing that separates them from the rest is how hungry they are for new information. But you know one other thing that separates them from the rest? Their sheer efficiency in getting things done. In this video, I'll be sharing with you how the rich get richer, while the poor get poorer. Let's get started. Like I said earlier, the wealthy are hungry for new information. Warren Buffett once gave a speech to a class of graduates, and when asked about his secret to success, he picked up a book and said, "Read 500 pages a day." Sheer hunger for information is the key to success. However, as I said earlier, another way the rich get richer and the poor get poorer is their sheer efficiency in getting things done. You see, the rich, they're busy. They're grinding. They have that grind mentality. See what I did there? Anyways, you see the poor, they're doing nothing. Procrastinating. Being lazy as ever. What if I told you how these rich guys like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and even Elon Musk manage their time? Well, let's get right onto it. Let's first take a look at Bill Gates' routine so we can analyze his time management philosophy. Bill would start his day in his private gym, where he would spend an hour working out on the treadmill. During this time, he would watch DVDs from the teaching company's Great Courses series. Following his exercise session, Bill would catch up on the latest headlines from around the world by reading the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and The Economist, telling Fox Business that it was great to have something to read on a regular basis. Bill is particularly interested in topics related to public health policy, sharing his thoughts on his blog and via Twitter as well. Every day, Bill sets aside time to read a book. He claims that he reads around 50 books every year. Some of the books he recommends include Upheaval by Jared Diamond, 9 Pints by Rose George, and A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. To unwind at the end of a busy day, one of Bill's preferred options is to do some household chores, telling the readers of his Reddit Ask Me Anything post, saying that he finds washing the dishes quite enjoyable and is a way to distress from the day. He says, "Other people do volunteer, but I like the way that I do it." Now, let's get on to Elon Musk's routine so we can analyze how he structures his day. Elon wakes up at around 7 a.m. each morning. He says he likes getting around 6 to 6.5 hours of sleep each night. He also says sleeping affects his performance more than if he sleeps less, which is why sleeping is not an option for him. So when he gets up, he showers, dresses, and enjoys a morning cup of coffee. However, he skips breakfast most days because he's in such a rush. But on the days he actually gets to eat breakfast, he likes an omelet. In a Reddit Ask Me Anything post, he mentioned that showering is the most important part of his day, says that he doesn't feel in the right headspace without his shower, and that it's a critical part of waking up and preparing him to face the challenges of the day. After that, he sends his kids off to school and drives to work. In the afternoon, since he is so busy, he doesn't pay as much attention to his health as he should, so he skips lunch. But in the event he's able to have lunch, he'll usually eat it during an afternoon meeting. He's got a reputation for being ruthlessly efficient in the workspace, which is why he expects the same of his employees. But anyways, his time in the afternoon revolves around meetings and working on design projects. He's also known to leave meetings abruptly if he thinks his time is being wasted. He also discourages unnecessary meetings. He often gets into a flow state where hours pass by him without him noticing, and he relies on his stringent scheduling to keep him on track with his priorities. Now, in the evenings, since the birth of his first child with Grimes, he decided to scale back on his hours to get more quality time with Grimes and his kids. But as a result of his hectic schedule during the day, he consumes most of his calories at night, and he uses business dinners to satisfy his hunger. He even admitted that he eats too much. Elon says he enjoys French food and barbecue. He also enjoys whiskey or wine from time to time. And he returns from work around 10 p.m. each night, after the younger kids are in bed, then spends the next few hours reading and watching anime. He goes to sleep at 1 a.m. Now that we've taken a look at how they structure their day, how can we really understand what they do to manage their time? Let's get to that. What Elon Musk does is very similar to what Bill Gates does. They both slice their day into 5-minute long chunks. Then, they write down what they have to do in those 5-minute long segments. This is actually very similar to the concept of time blocking. You see, the concept of time blocking consists of setting a start time when you want to get something done, and when you're gonna finish doing that. One tool that I recommend to people getting into time blocking is Google Calendar. I believe that its intuitive user interface is really what makes it pop up. If you set a schedule, it'll look like this, like a block. If you've been using Google Calendar, you know that it is possible to change the color of these blocks. However, I like blue, so here is blue. There are also other methods of time management that I have discussed in the previous videos, such as what Jeff Bezos uses, or the other methods of time management which you shouldn't use. And that concludes the video. If you have any comments you'd like to share, feel free to comment them down below. Hit like if you liked the video, don't if you didn't, and see you in the next one. As always, keep grinding.